And 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. You licking my dirty toes, you weirdo.
Yes, she's gross.
Isn't my water bottle cute? It's tiny.
It is cute. It is really tiny.
It was very tiny.
It's cute though. Welcome back.
Cheers
to another episode of your favorite podcast. This one I feel like is going to be fun.
It is.
Oh, you think so too?
Hi.
Anyway, we're going to be talking today about
siblings.
Yeah, siblings. And we kind of have a different viewpoint on this because I have a sister and she has a brother.
So
I'm the oldest and you're the youngest.
I am the youngest.
So this is going to be fun. So we're just going to be kind of talking about like sibling dynamics and like what it's like with like a girl versus like a boy girl.
Yeah. So like I feel like you and Sienna always fought over like clothes and shit.
So I mean, like, so me and my sister are 16 months apart.
We're close.
And like I'm like younger for my grade, and she's like older for her grade. So like we pretty much always had the same friend group because we're just so close in age.
Agreed. Yeah.
So it's like, and like we were always the same size around the same time. Mm-hmm. Like we were always going through the same things pretty much at the same time. And I feel like the only, I want to say, difference between, like, our ages, I would say, is, like, when I was getting towards, like, the end of my high school, like...
career.
And, yeah, and because I was a senior and she was a sophomore. So I feel like that's, like, the only time there was really, like, a big difference. And, like, we always did the same sports, like, until we were at pretty much, like, that point in our lives, too. Yeah. So, I feel like we did a lot of the same things, but I feel like that's why we fought all the time.
Yeah.
Is because, like, we are literally going through the same stuff.
At the same exact time. And, like, yeah. See, like, me, on the other hand, me and my brother are 4 years apart. So, like, the only time we were in school together was elementary school, because our elementary school went from kindergarten to 6th.
Yeah.
And then, when I graduated 8th grade, he graduated high school. So, like, we were never in the same thing. In the same school, but like going into high school, I was always known as Nikki Sem's little sister because of all the older kids. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you're Nikki Sem's little sister as a freshman. And I'm like, this is so fucking embarrassing. Like, no. And like, I feel like me and my brother fought over like stupid things. Like, we would fight each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my sister used to chase me around the house with knives.
I'm pretty sure I did that to my brother once. But
but constantly. And then I would slam my door, and she would punch holes in my door trying to get to me.
She was a little psychopath.
Do you remember my door at, like, the Willow Cedar White House? How many holes were in my door from her punching it, trying to get in to attack me with a knife?
Yeah. She was a little psychopath.
Yeah.
You should calm down a little bit.
She's not violent anymore. I wouldn't say she calmed down. She's not violent.
Yeah. Like, me and my brother, like, we just... Like, growing up, like, we played all the time together, but, like, as he got older, like, I wanted to hang out with his friends, and it was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're little. Like, you know what I mean? And then, like...
Well, I know the whole, like, dating aspect of that.
Yikesers.
Was, like...
Yeah. A few of his friends have hit me up in the day, and it was a big, what the fuck? Why are you talking to him? He's my friend. Like... But
yeah, like I never went through any of that.
Yeah, so like that was like a big aspect. Like really not so much in high school it really happened until maybe towards the end of my senior year. But like after high school it happened a lot, and I'd like tell my brother, and my brother would get pissed off at his friends and be like, why the fuck are you hitting on my little sister? Like that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, and to be friends that I've known since I was like 6 years old. Like,
yeah, since you were literally a baby.
I was a baby, and now you're trying to hit me up. Like, that's weird. But that was always, I feel like, our biggest problem. And, like, as the oldest sibling, you're a lot more mature. Like, money-wise, all that other stuff. Like, you're a lot more mature.
Literally, with me and my... Like, literally, my hairdresser calls me mom.
Yeah.
Like, to my mom and my sister.
Yeah.
Like... She'll, like, talking to her husband. She's like, no, I'm doing mom's hair today. And, like, she's not talking about my mom. She's talking about me. Because, like, it was just, like... And, like, with us growing up, like, obviously my parents were divorced, and, like, my mom had to go to work early, so, like, I was in charge of making sure, and Sienna doesn't get up for anything, to, like, make sure she was up, make sure she was ready, make sure she had this done, make sure that she had that done, and, like, even, like, growing up, like, I've been on my own car insurance since I was 18. My sister just got off my mom's insurance when she just got her new car, and she is 24 years old. Just, like, stuff like that. And, like, I pretty much bought my first car, my Kia, when I was, I don't even know.
22?
No, not that Kia, my black Kia.
Oh.
When I was, like...
18?
Yeah, like 18, 19. My sister just bought... Oh, well, again, no, she bought the Mini Cooper. But still, she was, like, 21... 20, but she was still my mom's insurance. Yeah. And I think that's, like, the difference between, like, older sibling and, like what you said, like, we mature faster, because, like, I literally had to become mom.
Yeah.
And even to this day, like, I'll, like, her mail comes here, because this is, like, technically, like, her home address, and I'd be like, you have mail here. Or, like, when she was still in, like, college, she'd be like, can you send me, like, I need $20, can you send it to me? And I'm like, okay, yeah, here's $20. She's like, I'll give it back to you. I know I'm never seeing the money, and I would never ask for it.
My brother.
But, like...
And I feel so bad, and now I'm just, like... Now, like, I have, like, a real job, like, and everything like that, so I'm like, maybe you'll see that money eventually.
Yeah, but, like, that's just what you do. Like... Yeah.
I feel like that's how it was with my brother, too. Like, he was very much, like, when I moved in here my senior year, he, like, woke up every day to take me to school, like, made sure I got to school, like... He paid for my whole fucking senior trip because he wanted to make sure I went on my senior trip and everything like that. And, like, he was very much, like, parent. And now it's just kind of, like, he bought his first car really young. Like, I bought my cars, but I crashed them all or they died. So, like, I'm driving my dad's car right now. Yeah. But, like, I also have, that's the one thing, I have paid my insurance since I was 18. Yeah. So, I have paid my car insurance, but this is, like, the first time in my whole entire life that I've not paid my car insurance, and it's been amazing because I'm on my dad's, I'm driving my dad's car, so he's paying it and everything like that. But, like, yeah, my brother was just, like, he's always, like, how do you not have money? Like, yada, yada, and I'm, like, I'm in college. What the fuck do you expect? I spend my money on alcohol and food. Yeah. Literally, that was what my money went to in college. Alcohol and food.
And, yeah, and...
I mean, that's what my money really goes to now, I feel like, is alcohol and food, too.
Yeah. But. And just, like, the aspect of, like... And it was... Even just, like, being the older sibling, like... It was just kind of annoying. Like, because, like... Okay, here's, like, a theory. Like, me and my sister... I went to college.
Yeah.
Did I go away?
No.
No. Did I go to community college and online? Yes. Yeah. But, like... And my sister, she went to New York, like, for college, and then she ended up...
transferring,
coming home, but she was still not home. Yeah. Like, she was in her own house. And, like, I always used to get mad at my mom because, like, she would make, like, want to do this or, like, do that. And I was like, and she's like, oh, well, or she was looking for Sienna, and she's like, oh, well, she's in college. I'm like, I was in college, too. Yeah. And, like, even to this day, like, because my sister just graduated recently, like, I will still, like, I would say to her, she'll, like, do this for her, or, like, do that for her. And I'm like, she's like, oh, well, she's in college. I'm like, well, I was in college, too, and, like, you weren't doing that for me. Yeah. She's like, well, you're just more independent. No, I was more independent because I had to be independent. Yeah. Like, there was nobody helping me. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say helping, but I was helping me, but, like, no, you know what I mean.
No. And I feel like that's, like, my brother didn't go to college. Like, he got a job right out of high school and, like, is still currently working at that job. Me, I went to college. Like, I mean, nobody really helped me with, like, my whole college aspect, really, like, besides, like, with applying to schools and all that stuff. Yeah. But, like, it was just, like, I felt like, too, I was very independent in college, too. But besides, like, the money aspect, like, my sophomore year, I couldn't work at all because I didn't have a car. I didn't have a car till, like, February of my sophomore year, and it was terrible. Yeah. Terrible, because I've always had a car. Yeah. But, yeah, I feel like also as, like, the younger sibling, like, I got away with a lot more shit.
Oh, so did my sister.
I got away with so much shit. Like, I remember me coming home drunk my freshman year of high school. And my brother, I, like, fell off the couch. And my brother's like, Mom, she's drunk. And I'm like, I'm not drunk. Like, I'm not, mind you, I had, like, 2, like, Smirnoff Ices, like, you know. And I, like, doused myself in perfume because it was, like, the green apple ones. And those things smelled so bad. And my brother...
I don't think they make them anymore, do
I don't think they do either. And my mom got so pissed. My brother got so pissed off at my mom. He's like, if I came home drunk, da-da-da, like, you would have killed me.
Yep.
And then, like, the one time, like, I remember, I was still in middle school. My brother came home, and, his friends were smoking weed. And, like, my mom heard it through the grapevine. My mom's like, I swear to God, if you're smoking weed, like, the people you associate yourself with, you're gonna get known for that. Like, yeah. And, like, me, I would throw parties my junior and senior year all the fucking time. And my brother was like, you would never let me do this.
I understand where Nick is coming from.
He's like, you would never let me do this.
My sister had so many parties her junior and senior year of high school. Do you know the first time I was allowed to even have people over my house in big group in a party setting was my high school graduation party after I was already done high school.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And if anything, I'm the responsible one.
That is very true.
Like, I am the responsible one.
I guess from your first time drinking, not even your first time drinking, you getting caught, your mom was like, nope.
But that was because I was the first one that had to go through it all. That's the thing that sucks about being the older sibling.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, how, like, they always say, like, how, like, coffee, like, Dunkin' have, like, the... like, caution could be hot, like, because somebody sued them because they spilled on it. That's, like, what being the older sibling is like. Like, you need to test the waters and get in trouble.
For little things.
So then, like, it's okay for the younger sibling. Like, older siblings older siblings pave the way for the younger siblings.
And I agree 100%. My brother paved the way for me.
Literally.
I appreciate him a lot for that. But, yeah. But, like, also, I feel like, too, like, boy-girl, it's very, like... So, with me, with, like, the whole aspect on dating, it was very, very, like, big for, like, me. Like, the first time I told my mom I had sex, she cried because I asked to go on birth control. And it wasn't even... I didn't ask her to go on birth control because I was having sex.
I'm literally sorry. I'm not, like, laughing because it's funny, but, I mean, it is. Because I can literally just picture the way this conversation went because I know your mom.
I wanted
Marisa!
to... No. Hold on, I gotta tell. It's such a funny story. I asked her to go on it because my period was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like, I had such a bad period. And I'm not on it anymore, and I have such a bad period. And I'm, like, thinking about going fucking back on it because of how bad it is. But I literally remember it. I was texting. I don't know who I was texting. But I literally was like, I'm gonna ask my mom to go on birth control. Like, let's see how this conversation is gonna go. She's in the bathroom, and I, like, opened the door, and I was like, Mom. And she was like, what? And I was like, so can we, like, make me a gyno appointment? She was like, what? Why? And I was like, can I go on birth control? I was like, I feel like I need to go on it. Like, my period's really bad. Like, yada, yada. She looked at me, and she goes, are you having sex, Marisa? And I looked at her, and I was like, maybe. She's literally sitting on the toilet. She starts fucking sobbing, and I looked at her and I was like, why are you crying? She's like, you're too young. Mind you, I was like 16. I was the last one out of all my friends to lose my virginity. Like, all my friends were losing their virginity at like 14, 15. Like, I was the last
Nowadays, it's like 10.
Yeah, I know. I was like the last one to lose my virginity. And my mom's like, you're too young. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 18 years old. Da-da. And I'm like, we are not in your times anymore. I was like, but...
Do we not forget now there's, like, a whole... People are famous off of being 16 and pregnant?
Yeah, like, whole show. And I was like, but she took me to the gyno. It was very awkward. She, like, the gyno asked my mom to, like, get out of the room. And, like, the gyno was like, how many partners have you had? And I was just like, one. Like, I just lost my virginity. Like, yada, yada. I remember that gyno appointment. It was scary. I was, like, so nervous because it's, like, being at the gyno is like being fucking violated. It's the worst feeling ever. Like, I'm
sorry, but I don't know who would ever want to do that job.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's look at pussies all day long.
Literally.
Okay.
But, like, for my brother, it was like, my mom never had the birds and the bees talk with him.
Yeah.
But, like, with me, it was like, you need to wear a condom. You need to make sure you're taking this. Like, yada, yada. And I was just like... okay, I don't want to have the sex talk with you, like, please, like...
It's already done!
Like, literally, I remember, like, after, she was, like, she, like, brought me into the kitchen, like, a day or two later, and she was like, we're gonna have a sit-down conversation about this, and I was like, I don't want to have a sit-down conversation about this with you, please. Like, I know to be safe. Like, and she's like, I swear to God, if you come home fucking pregnant. And I was like,
oh my God.
And that was right before she went away. And I remember she said something to my dad about me having sex. And my dad called me and freaked the fuck out on me. Freaked the fuck out of me. I'm pretty sure he called me a whore.
That's probably something your dad would do.
Yeah. And I was just like...
Out of love.
My brother was like... We were in the car. And my brother was sitting next to me. And he looked at me. And I'm sobbing. He goes, I'm so sorry. I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. But like...
But that's like another thing. Like, I feel like when people have like daughters, it's like this big talk. Like... the end of the world, they find out they're having sex, it's like, oh my God. But then, like, if you have a son,
like dabbing him up, like, all
yeah,
right,
if you have a son, like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's like a walk in the park.
I remember my mom said she found a huge box of condoms in my brother's truck, and I'm like, TMI, don't need to know that. But she was like, I was like, so you gonna have to talk with him? And she's like, no. And I'm like,
why?
I mean, it was like I was older. I was like out of high school. Out of high school. I was in college then.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that's not fair. She's like, Marissa, I feel like he's been having sex for a while now. And I'm like,
but still, there was no talk.
Literally, there's no fucking talk. Why do I get a talk, but he doesn't get a fucking talk? Like, what? But yeah, that's definitely like different. And like with the whole like, I mean, my brother didn't bring girls home. So, but like for me, when I would have a boy over, it was like the door has to stay open. And like, I feel like from being young and going to my ex-boyfriend's house all the time, it was more like we could never go in his room until later, honestly, in our relationship. But it was like we had to go to the basement. And I'm like, the basement's more secluded than his room.
Yeah, that whole like stigma I'll never forget. Like, okay, just like I was basically the cheer. I never had boyfriends. Like,
yeah, I didn't have.
Never.
I had a hot boyfriend. He did not hot. I had a boyfriend for a hot second. It was like 6 months, and then I broke up with him. But I didn't really get a boyfriend until my senior year. Freshman year of fucking college.
Yeah. No, so like I never had a boyfriend. So like it was never like, and Sienna really didn't either. So
she had a boyfriend for like fucking 10 years.
Yeah, but they were like children.
Yeah, they didn't really date.
No, like they were literally like children. They were literally just like friends. But so like neither one of us really was never like, oh, we had so and so over, like we had to do this, we had to do that. Freddie was literally my like first boyfriend, really.
Yeah. And
I'll never forget the first time he slept. Oh no, it was like we first started dating. It was when we were still living in Millbridge, and my mom was. It was when we were living with AJ and James, and my mom wasn't home. She was somewhere. So I was like, I'm just gonna sleep at Freddie's. Like, she's not gonna know. Like, but freaking James ratted me out, and I got in trouble.
I remember sleepovers were such a big thing for me. Like at first, like
yeah, but then
you can't sleep over. Like we had to ask.
And then like when we moved to Garfield, Freddie. I forget why my mom wasn't home or something, and Sienna wasn't home. Like, I didn't want to stay home alone. I think it was when I had mono, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I think it was when I was still really sick. I'll never forget the first time we literally. Do you know how in the Garfield house, like when my room was downstairs, my mom's room, so you can like see the doors. I slept in my mom's room. Freddie slept in my room. We had the doors open, and we just looked at each other.
Stop. That's so fucking.
But we were like 17 at this point.
I remember.
But then he ended up moving in and living with us 4 months later, and we're still living together to this day, 8 years later, so.
That's like.
That was like a core memory I'll never forget. And my mom's like, you guys could have slept in your room. Like, it's okay. Yeah. But, like, I was never in the situation, so, like, I didn't want to, like, disrespect. I was like, well, you want to wring my neck when I slept at his house?
Yeah.
And that was, like, only, like, a month and a half prior. Yeah. But now, like, and you weren't home, so, like, I didn't want to disrespect you. Yeah. Just like, it's okay. I was like, okay. And then he moved in, so.
That's like, so my ex-boyfriend was from, like, Maple Shade, so it was, like, far. So, like, when I'd go over there on the weekends, it was kind of just, like, I remember the first time, his mom was like, why don't you just sleep over? And I'm like,
Okay.
I gotta ask my mom. So, like, I called her and I was like, Mom, can I sleep over? And she was like, what? And I was like, I'm gonna sleep on the floor in the living room. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna sleep on the couch and he's gonna sleep in his room. Like, we're not gonna sleep in the same bed. Well, his house was being built. So they lived on top of this other house. Like, on top of a pizza shop or whatever. And his parents didn't have a bedroom. So they slept in the living room and the 2 kids had the bedroom. Like, he had a bedroom.
Yeah.
So I had to sleep in the bed. So, like,
I had to.
I'm like, but I don't even think my mom knows this. But my brother was like, you would never let me sleep at a girl's house. And she was like, but you never asked me. Like,
yeah.
And I remember, like, my dad found out and he was like, what the fuck are you doing sleeping at a boy? And I'm just like, I'm sleeping in a boy's house at 16. Oops. But, yeah, that was...
And, like, I don't really understand that whole concept because, like, they're all worried about, like, it's like whenever you're that age, they're worried about you getting pregnant.
Yes, that's the only thing they're worried about.
Just because you're sleeping over, you could be doing that even if you're not. Well, you are doing that even if you're not sleeping over.
Exactly. So
like, what's the difference?
There is no difference. No difference at all. Yeah, just thinking about it, just like a memory popped up in my brain. Of one time his mom walked in on us. And I was fucking mortified. Mortified. My 16-year-old self was mortified.
Oh my god.
Mortified.
But no, and like...
the only time that's ever happened to me.
I feel like the only plus about, like, having a sister of us being so close was, like, we could share clothes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was, like, the only plus, but then it...
Couldn't share clothes. I mean, I used to steal his hoodies.
Yeah, but then, like,
that's it.
99.9% of the time, it turned into us fighting. Because, where's my black tank top? I know you had it last time. I'm trying to wear it. Did you take my black tank top? Like, blah, blah, blah. And we literally still do that to this day. Because she'll come here and she forgets I have cameras in my house. And I'll see her walk out with a handful of clothes. And I'm like... Or, like, she'll, like, leave something here, so, like, I'll wear it. And she'll be like, those are mine. I'm like, well, you left it at my house, so it's mine now. But no, I feel like that was... I don't know.
Yeah, having a brother.
I kind of wish I had a brother.
Definitely having a brother, there was some positives and some negatives. Like, with the whole overprotective shit, like, was really fucking annoying. Like, so annoying.
But then again, like, I feel like that, like... I feel like that's in any sibling relationship.
But, like, I feel like... But, like, having an older guy... having an older brother... Guy brother. Obviously, he's a guy.
I mean, you don't know in today's world.
Yeah, that's true. Having an older brother, I just feel like it was just always, like... Like, everybody, like, knew you were Nikki's
but do not remember I put a girl in a chokehold for my sister in high school?
Oh, yeah, that's very true. That is very true.
So, I mean, I guess it's...
the same.
You guys might not think I'm violent, but... I got suspended in high school for putting somebody in a chokehold. Because they were messing with Sienna.
I forgot. Who was it?
I don't even remember her name. All I remember is it was actually her and Alyssa Malachi. They were in the locker room. And there was an African-American girl. And the Sienna and Alyssa had Spanish together. So they were, like, saying, like...
Spanish words.
Yeah, for, like, white. And isn't it... Or black. I don't know what... It's black.
Is negro.
Yeah. And they were, like, they were saying that. And the girl got offended and thought that they were calling her you-know-what.
The N-word, yeah.
And... They weren't, so then, like, the girl apparently was, like, walking around, like, saying she's gonna, like, punch them or something, and somehow I got a hold of it, and the way it was, I think it was my junior year, the way the school way, because it was our freshman year, the way it was is, like, everyone would have lunch at the same time. Yeah. So, like, the whole school day would stop for, like, 45 minutes, and you could just literally do whatever, you walk around the hallways, do whatever you wanted. Well, I got wind of it, and I'll never forget, there was this hallway in our school. It was, like, I think it was called, like, G hallway, and there was, like, this big gap, and there was, like, this big open space. I was walking down the hallway, and I turned the corner, and I saw her walking down, and I was with Joyce, Aroliga, and I turned to Joyce, I say, should I do it? I was like, that's her. She was like, okay. I was like, should I go up to her? She was like, no, don't go up to her. I was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going up to her. I walked up to her, and I don't even remember what I said, but I said something, and then she got in my face, and I was like, you need to back up. And she was like, like, I don't know. And I said, you know what? I literally grabbed her by her neck and threw her into the wall. I literally just had her like this against the wall. I don't even remember what I was saying. I'll never forget. It was my science teacher came and like pulled me off her. He's like, whoa, you need to relax. I'm like, get off of me. And then I got suspended, but it didn't matter because I was leaving for Worlds the next day anyway. So I wasn't going to school for a couple of days anyway.
I remember that. That was so funny.
So, like, I feel like that's just, like, the overprotective ability is, like, any sibling.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I've definitely gotten in, like, Twitter fights and stuff, like...
my brother's never
because of
gotten
Sienna.
violent. I don't think
But I'm sure if there was a reason, he would have.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like that's, like, any kind of sibling.
He told me multiple times he wanted to beat, who up.
Yeah.
But he's still friends with him. And he's, like...
Yeah.
Very weird. He said, I can't. He's like, I fucking hate him. But he's not really friends with him. He's only in his friend group.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really talk to him.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think he knows that my brother knows.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, fun fact, guys. I was supposed to be a triplet.
Harlie was. If there was 3 of Harlie, I'd kill myself.
Yeah, my mom had, like, 2 miscarriages before me. And then, so she had to go through, like, IVF and everything. And so there's supposed to be 3 of me. There was 3 eggs. But only the best survived.
Can you imagine 3 of her? Because I can't.
My life would be... Sienna wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
She would not be here. Oh, I've always wanted to have, like, a twin, though. Like, it'd be 3? A triplet?
Yeah, but what if... This is my fear, because twins run in my family. What if I have twin girls? One's really pretty and one's ugly. Like, that's so sad.
They have cosmetic surgery nowadays. Botox.
Yeah. I'm like, alright, you're getting Botox at the age of 14. Come on, girl. Like, People probably do that to their kids, in all honesty.
They do. Why not?
Are you okay?
I don't know what... I think the box is really tripping her up.
Is your box whipping you?
But yeah, I don't know.
But, like, when I eventually have kids, like, I just want, like, if I have a boy and a girl first try, like, I'm done.
I literally always say I just want to... I mean, there's a very rare chance of me having twins because there is no lick of twins on all parts of either of our families. But I'm like, I literally just want twins, a boy and a girl, and then I can be done. Yeah, and call it a day.
1 pregnancy? Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
1 and 1 and, like, done.
Literally.
Like, that is, like, chef's kiss.
But, like, I want my boy first, and then my girl. I guess because that's just how I was. Like, my mom got lucky. Like, my mom... Like, technically, I'd have 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
If I had 2 older brothers, like my brother and my other brother.
Yeah.
I'd die.
Yeah.
I'd probably have nieces and nephews though right now. Maybe, hopefully.
You don't know. Maybe.
I mean, my brother's in 20. He just turned 20 fucking 9. My brother's gonna be 30 next year.
My dad turned 68 today. Today's his birthday.
Hardly your dad is not 68.
Yeah, he'll be 69 at my wedding. Mhm.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Why did I not realize how old he was?
He's an old man. He's pop-up status.
He's pop-up status to the max.
Yeah.
My aunt's gonna be a mama before and she's younger.
I know.
That's insane.
That's
gonna be 60
My dad's only 13 years older than my grandma. Or younger than my grandma. Yeah.
My dad's turned 60 in August. I think I'm gonna fly home for his birthday because I think I want to do something for him.
Mm-hmm.
Try to throw him like a little dinner. Or
I
something.
had a surprise party for my dad's 60th.
Yeah. But crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Siblings are fun, especially when you're the youngest.
I mean, they can be fun.
Yeah, they can be fun. My brother's still being
when you're older. I'm excited to be older because, like, now, like, I mean, it doesn't always happen, so I feel like now that I'm getting married first, like, I can just have, like, so much fun at her wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, been there, done that. Like,
totally. I mean, you could have fun at her wedding whether you're married.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like it'd be nice to like help her, like, because I already like all the
stuff you did that you shouldn't have done, all the stuff you didn't do that you should.
Yeah. So I feel like that part of it will like be fun. I'm actually the first one out of my whole entire mom's side of the family, like
to get married.
Well, not to get married, but like to have a wedding. Like this is gonna be our first family wedding, and. Like, Eddie was married before.
Yeah.
And Mandy's married. But neither of them had a wedding. So, like, this is the first family wedding.
Yeah. Me and Nico, we were in Tampa. Nico's like, you want to just go to the courthouse right now and go get married? I said, I don't even have a fucking ring on my finger, and you want to take me to the damn courthouse and get married? He said, yeah. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Fuck that.
That's funny. But even, like, now, I feel like... I mean, my mom, everyone wanted me and Freddie to get engaged anyway, but I feel like with Sienna, it's gonna be like, okay. But, like, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's not going to be like, okay, like, the first one's already done, like,
yeah, and I also feel like, too, only because of how long you guys were together.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fun, though. Do you have any questions?
Oh, shit. Let's look.
Questions. Mally May, you
I don't even remember the last... question
was it
dream vacation. We did not do this one. Probably Bora Bora. I want to go to Bora Bora. So no, either Italy or Greece is my dream vacation.
Dream vacation? I don't know. Honestly, I really definitely somewhere like overseas.
Yeah, because
I've never been out of the United States.
Yeah.
So pretty much anything outside the United States. I just feel like would be fun, which will probably be our honeymoon, but we're not going on one right away.
Yeah, no. Are you just asking everybody for money for your wedding?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
What's the big news? You will find out. You will
know.
Oh, yeah, you will know.
You already know.
Air. I'm moving to Georgia.
She is. And she will already be there by the time this episode is out.
Literally, I will be there for 2 days.
You will be in Georgia by the time this episode's out.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'm moving to Georgia. I'm gonna become a Georgia peach.
Yeah.
Georgia peach.
But yeah, I think that
is
a wrap. Make sure you are following us on everything. Even though if you watch us, just please subscribe or follow. Just so we know you're there.
Yes, please.
But yeah.
Love y'all.
We'll see you next week.